Hello. I am live and getting ready to start requesting my guest. This is going to be a fun one. So, involved mixture with health tonight. So I am just sending my invites out. I have 2 comedian guests on, and we are just going to get started. I'm excited. For the people who don't know me, I go by Dr. Natasha, the NP, and I'm a nurse practitioner in California, and I'm excited to give you some laughter, which is the best medicine for stress relief. So let me go ahead. Who do we have on so far?
Chef Keylock in the building. Hey.
Awesome.
How's everybody doing out there?
Yes. And then we have one more to send out. I'm excited to have you guys because sometimes with the holidays going on, it can be a little depressing. So we have to be, supportive and reach out and know what our resources are, especially when we want to consider mental health awareness around the holidays. Hi. How are you? How are you? And so we're just waiting for our last comedian to join, Brent. Brent, let me know if you have any issues joining. We're just getting started. And while we're waiting for Brent to connect, we have a celebrity chef on. She services a lot of the comedians in LA, services a lot of artists, musicians. She grew up in that environment, so they all go to her. I'm still trying to get Brent in. So you guys can start off introducing yourselves so people can know what we have going on tonight.
Yes. Where's everybody coming from? Like, where you guys all coming from? A little bit of everywhere. Well, I'm Chef Keylock. I have a business and company called Fat Vegan, where I specialize in vegan food. Okay, vegan cuisine, not just any vegan food. So I'm gonna give you guys some very interesting and good tips on how to eat some good vegan food. Okay, not just your salads and your quinoa. Well, we can have quinoa, but not like a bowl of it. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I started out in the media world, like acting and singing and dancing. So I love this whole music. I mean, well, not music, but comedy and food. Like, I just love it. I think this one is like so dope because it's like my aura. It's like stuff, and they go together. Laughter is medicine. Food is medicine. So we're about to feed your soul tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Tell everybody about you. And I think Brent is still having some issues connecting, but we'll still work on that. It's okay. It's always that one when we're doing a live, but it's okay. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Paris Nicole. If you're not following me, I am an actress, comedian, choreographer, a filmmaker. I recently had like 3 movies dropped this year. House Party remake, The 7 Faces of Jane, which was an indie film, and White Man Can't Jump is the most recent. And I actually have a new thriller movie coming out next year that I'm a lead in called Stranger in the Woods. And I'm really excited for people to see that one. It's won almost 50 awards in the film festival circuit, and next year it's going to come out to theaters and on demand. So I love laughter. I was just saying that to a friend recently that, like, ever since I was a kid, I always loved hanging around funny people who made me laugh, because it really is medicine. And that's why I aspire to make people feel. With my work, I just started doing stand-up this year, but I've always been a comedic actress and make comedic content. And now I'm finally taking it to the stages, and that's how I met Chef Key. We did the Naked Sushi comedy, which was interesting.
That's amazing.
But I love laughing. I love making people laugh. It's just such a, euphoric feeling for me. It's like a high that's better than drugs.
How did you get started? I'm curious. What was your age when you started? Were you young? Were you doing this like early childhood? Were your parents involved, or was it family? What made you?
Well, my mom is an actress, and she had me in performing arts school since I was young. But so I started doing musicals in elementary school, and I just fell in love with it when I went to this performing arts school called Amazing Grace Conservatory out here in LA, and it's run by Wendy Raquel Robinson. She's like my fairy godmother. She's like the LA fairy godmother for all the cool kids in LA. She changed my life. That school changed everything for me. Really, fully brought me out of my shell in middle school. And I've been loving doing theater, and then I toured with Disney for 2 years as the host of a Disney Junior Dance Party, and then the pandemic happened, and then God said, it's your time for film and TV. So I booked a co-star on Bel Air, and I've been booking these movies, and then the strike happened, and so that's when I was able to tap into my stand-up bag.
Oh, wow.
Like start hitting stages doing stand-up, but I'm also doing a play, which I haven't done a play in years now, at least 3.
Oh.
So that's actually next weekend. It's called Billy, and it's a drama.
We're so excited because I was like, please let Brent join.
Man, I was fucking up. My bad. What's up, ladies? What's
Your
up?
eyes aren't even open, Brent.
They open. I got glasses on, so I can see y'all better.
They're not open.
You can still tell I'm high under here.
You
can still tell I'm dedicated.
I can tell you're extremely.
Right.
You smoked some good stuff today.
I knew I was gonna be with the doctor. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my wellness together and get my make sure I was on point. Hi, ladies. How's it going?
How are you?
What up, Paris? What up, Chef?
What up?
You want to so we're so excited that you were able to join because sometimes the weather is bad out, so I was hoping that you didn't have any issues. We're all in California, guys. Did you check in and let us know where you guys are joining from? We are intrigued by that for some reason. Yeah. We get people from Jamaica, different places all global.
Detroit.
About social media. So, Brent, can you introduce yourself? And for the people who are just joining, we are talking about laughter and mental health because we are advocates of mental health awareness and want to make sure that people have resources, especially around the holidays. People start to miss their loved ones. Everyone is not fortunate to have their parents, and sometimes people have children that have passed away. And so a trigger could be the holiday. So I thought it would be very fitting and laughter and how that can play a role in mental health and how it can release stress and depression. So Brandon, introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? What up, ladies? I'm Brent Taylor. I'm a comedian. Been doing this a couple years, man.
Okay.
I'm an actor. I do a couple skits, man. That's all, man. I've just been working and stuff. But comedy is super important during the holidays. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving actually for years was my favorite holiday, man, because that's when all the cousins get together and stuff, and you be clowning the most. You know what I'm saying? It's really the holiday where you get to clown the most. The whole family get to, it's kind of like you kind of forced to see everybody in a sense, So it's cool. It might be that auntie you don't like, or that, or that nephew that y'all, I don't know, he bit you or something when he was little or something like that. Everybody there. So it's just a cool way to clown, It's like a built-in audience and stuff, and the whole family heal, I feel. Yeah, laughter is very good during the holiday.
Tell them about some of the projects you've worked on. We stand-up comedy, and you've been on Caffeine Network. Tell us a little bit about that. We want to know for the people. I'm mostly nursing, and a lot of my followers are mostly nursing. So we have a number of audiences tonight. So.
Oh, okay, definitely. I've been on several stuff on like MTV, Comedy Central. I have a stand-up, kind of like a little mini stand-up special on Revolt TV, and then I was blessed to be on this wonderful label called All Deaf Digital, and I've done pretty much got to be a part of all the content that we do there. But most notably for this show called Roast Me, gave me a lot of notoriety and stuff. And I've been a stand-up comedian for probably about 13 years now. So yeah, starting in Hollywood and now perform all over the country. I just came back from Arizona, on my way to San Diego and San Francisco. Got some shows coming up real soon. So yeah, I'm just happy to keep working. Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's where we first met. You were, it was Doughboy's birthday. And what club were we at?
The
Laugh Factory.
The Laugh Factory. And I was with Chris. With the Chris.
CP?
CP.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't call him. Nobody call him Chris. We like, who?
Oh, I'm
not the wrong name. He's like, that's my real name.
Government name. Christopher. Okay, so let's get into it. We wanted to kind of like talk about, and you already introduced yourself, Chef Keylott. So we wanted to kind of talk about some ways. How did you think, like, did you ever use comedy to cope with anything that you had going on in life? How do you think comedy could play a mixture on, mental health or depression, or how do you use comedy? Do you ever use comedy to cheer people up when you see people depressed, or is that a part of your coping mechanisms, like laughter? What do you feel?
For me, most definitely, like, because I feel like I'm really a comedian, like, for real, like, low-key. So, like, that would be my way of kind of dealing with my stuff, making other people laugh, or, like, talking mess, they're like, this is crazy. Like, anybody that knows me, like, okay, this is crazy. So most definitely, when I'm sad, I'm definitely putting on a funny movie, or I'm calling Grant, said Paris, like, to make me laugh, like, yo, let's do something that's fun, to make me laugh. So definitely, yes, comedy has always been a part of my health and mental states.
What about you two? Have you ever felt like that was like a outlet for you guys, using comedy, or you're acting, or did you ever try to like stay busy to keep your mind off, anything that you were going through? Like, how do you think laughter, or what you've done, your major roles, played a key role in some of those moods or seasons in your life?
For me, I started like making my own comedic content in 2020 during the pandemic, and like saying stuff that people go through that I've experienced, but that people don't necessarily want to say, which is funny.
Right.
So I use it as a way of like laughing my pain. Like, yeah, I just broke up with somebody, but we've all broken up with somebody. Or I'm single. Right. Like, this is how I deal with it. Like, I didn't go through all this shit for nothing. Shit's funny. Like, everything can kind of low-key be funny after the fact. So that's a way of like helps me process my pain and like the obstacles or unfortunate things I experience. It's just like, let's just laugh about it. Because either you can do that, or you can let yourself live in misery, and or you can choose. Like, we get to choose.
So that's interesting. So when we are in the audience and we see comedians on stage talking about certain things, it could be most likely something they really experienced, and they just kind of using that as a coping mechanism. That's interesting. Okay.
Absolutely.
So when they saying those such and such,
we ain't gonna laugh at, look, because right now my set is about, the guys I've dated, and we gonna laugh at these niggas. Right. Okay?
So can you, let's talk about the sushi events. How did you guys get started on a naked sushi event and kind of mixturing that with comedy? Because that's a different component too. How did you guys get started on that?
Okay, so I started doing naked sushi in Michigan. I used to live in Michigan, which is a very big part of my life and my growth in my business, where I became a vegan chef. I had a record store and community space that I turned into a cafe. And I would do different events like love making beats, like love poetry, open mic, love comedy. So at these different events, after I would have the students, like, I want to do something different. Like, I started looking into different cultures, because a lot of the food that I cooked, I'm more like, I'm going to make your street food in every culture. So I was like, I want to do something, you know, that's kind of different. So I stumbled across the art of naote mori. And I was like, wait, so they're eating sushi off the naked people? Like, they're naked? So I was like, okay, I had to look more into it. It's like, how can I do that? So of course, laws, they couldn't put it directly on their skin. But the symbolism of it was, whenever their warriors would go away and fight wars and they would come back, that was like the highest form of gratitude and appreciation. So they would have these events for them. So I was like, we going to war every day, just as being Black in America. You know what I'm saying? So this is something, the highest form of gratitude. So just doing those different events and then mixing that. When I got to LA, I was like, okay, let's just throw some music in there. And then meeting Grant and Doughboy, I was like, yo, why don't we do like a comedy? So we did like one comedy event. And then me and Brent just linked up like, yo, this is dope. We started working on other projects together. And we're like, yo, this naked sushi and comedy thing is a vibe. Like, we should just keep this going. So that's just how it grew. It started as one event, and then it just turned into something like, okay, let's push this and make it our brand, you know?
I mean, obviously we a group, we kind of run together.
Yeah.
So I've attended some of the events, and I just see how people really go crazy about these naked sushi and comedy events. Like, they really love it, the mixture. So I just, I never thought to, the naked sushi and comedy to go together, but it seems like it's just a hit. Like, people love it. So I just, so getting back to you, Brent, how have you used comedy? Do you also use comedy and some of the things you're going through in some of your stand-up skits? Or
I'm glad y'all said that. I honestly, I never really considered myself one of those type of comedians. I hear a lot of comedians say that they use comedy for their therapy, and it's like therapy for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I felt like I can use it like that. It was like I felt like it was a part of my life. Like, okay, this is something that just is mine, and I get to go and do this. It's something I could do that the average person can't. So I mean, it was, and you get adulation for it. So it was, I guess some kind of therapy. It's like you get to go to your own world, in a sense, like a basketball player being in the gym, and he just get to go out there and just score 30 points or something like he in his zone. Comedy was like that in a sense. But I'm just realizing, I'm just learning recently, I do use comedy as an emotional way, but it's really a defense mechanism. My comedy really flies out the most, and in its most truest form, it's really, like as defense. Somebody, the environment around me is trying to, what I'm saying, is hot, or things could just be really messed up. And it's kind of like a way of just kind of saying like, damn, F it, and then, and then that's where it's kind of, and then I kind of think to myself like, damn, you're sitting there just doing comedy now for 30 minutes. You've been funny for like an hour. And in your mind, you're just doing it as a defensive mechanism because you had a bad. I'm kind of learning that, it's the same thing in a sense, because we're dealing with an emotion. So
that's very interesting that you say that, because I didn't realize until recent years that I also use laughing as a defense mechanism. When something is uncomfortable or new to me or different, or if someone's upset and I'm trying not to yell back, like, I'll laugh as a defense. But I didn't realize it was something that I did, that I feel like I picked it from my father. For sure, because when my mom and him used to argue, I would notice that instead of my dad yelling back, he would just laugh, and it would probably piss her off even more. But I'd rather that than yelling back. And so now, like, subconsciously, I started doing that, and somebody brought it up to me, like, that is a defense mechanism. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You do that as a defense mechanism, like laughter. But that's also brings me so much joy, but then I can also use it to protect myself.
Wow.
It's so weird. I mean, it's interesting.
It is interesting what you kind of learn about yourself as you grow and just really have like that time to reflect on how you deal with some of the things and some of the seasons you've gone through in life is really interesting. We do become wiser as we go through seasons of our life. And they're asking you what you're cooking, Chef Kila.
Hey, I am making some peach cobbler cookies.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
Did that on purpose to tease us. So
Definitely.
Because are you always cooking like vegan food since you're a vegan chef, or do you do a mixture?
I cook everything, but I specialize in vegan food. I don't eat everything, but I'm gonna make whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got you. But fat vegan is my bread because that's my specialty. That's what I want to make, foods that taste really good, like your everyday foods, but it's not like, oh, I'm eating vegan. Like these peach cobbler cookies. You know, that are absolutely vegan. I use the egg replacement for them called Just Egg. You can also use applesauce. I love applesauce when I'm baking.
Applesauce.
Yeah, I love applesauce whenever I'm baking like cakes or anything. Like, it's gonna keep it moist and sweet, so it gives a little extra flavor. But in these, I did some Just Egg because they're cookies, and you know that's a whole different type of texture. But yeah, we got some peach compote.
I have a question.
Put on the top. But here's some that were actually done already. You guys want to see?
Those are so people joining. We have a vegan chef and peach cobbler cookies.
Yes.
And she's just teaching us some healthy ways to make them. And obviously she's a vegan chef, but she is able to make vegan food and vegan snacks, and she makes them in a way that is still delicious. So people are wanting to be vegan because they feel like they have more options with some of the recommendations that she shares. So luckily I have 24/7 access to her.
That part. Yeah, you will not miss the meat. That's what everyone always says. He's like, I don't even miss the meat. Because Brandon, you eat good too.
I
always like him.
I was about to say something because you made some vegan chorizo the other day, and I don't even like chorizo at all. Like, if somebody put some chorizo in front of me, I'll be like, oh, hell no. You made some vegan chorizo. It was like the best tacos I ever had. Like, I ate probably like 10 of them, breakfast, dinner, night, and all. So I got a question. Since you can make bomb vegan chorizo, can you make vegan chitlins?
Done.
Because I always wanted to eat chitlins, but I don't want to eat chitlins.
Disgusting.
You know? But I do want to.
That sounds like a challenge. But here's the thing: part of those chitlins is that smell. So you really want to experience that?
I don't know.
Look at my face.
But see, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't grow up on chitlins, so it was always one of the things. Like, I heard about it, but I was like, I want to know. The black in me want to know, but my brain be like, no, you know it.
Don't do it.
My brain be like, no. Have y'all had chitlins before?
Absolutely
Pretty
not.
girl
I never
have eaten chitlins before.
I absolutely have not. Absolutely.
Not something anybody wants.
Acknowledge someone on here because he is so funny. So who is Cheeto? What is his name? He is funny. He called you a toddler, and he said you look like an educated toddler. Do you know who this is?
I'll probably.
Mr. Cheeto 13.
I'm not seeing no comments.
I see him. It's funny.
But I stopped. I'm not vegan, but I stopped eating meat the end of 2021. So it's been almost 2 years for me. And I agree. It's like you don't miss it once you realize how many things you can make that can taste like meat. It's kind of a lot about seasoning.
Yeah,
you can make nuts and vegetables taste like meat straight up. And once I discovered that, I think that's like the mental thing of like feeling like, oh, you're gonna miss it, but not once you figure out like there's so many amazing substitutes that you can make yourself. But also, I mean, there's all the like store stuff, which is a start, but still all of that stuff is bad for you, like the Impossible meat, those kinds of processed food, fake vegan meats are just not necessarily good. They can get you by. They're not
Yeah,
gonna kill you. I mean, you can eat them if you need to.
You gotta watch those. You really have to watch those processed meats. It took me about almost 2 years to find like good processed meats and to like learn like, okay, let me make my own meats. Like I love that you said the nuts.
Yeah.
I do a lot of meal prep and like private cooking, private catering. I cook for Summer, which is Natasha's daughter. And I cook a lot of things that cater to, diabetes. So, grains, nuts, cinnamons, berries. It's easy to trick somebody when you soak some walnuts, mix them with some mushrooms, put a little pepper seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more easy to make some chili out of lentils. You still got your onions, your bell peppers, but you got the lentils that's giving you like all your benefits, your folic acids, all that good stuff. So, it's like you said, flavoring and like knowing textures. Like my major thing was texture. Like
you gonna make these
I don't
chitlins?
like a lot of those meats because I'll be like,
so that's what I'm saying. You gonna make these chitlins or not? We're going back. I need the texture. I don't know about the
chill out.
But the texture.
Chill out.
You know what?
Get the seasoning. You gotta get the seasoning.
Bet. I'm gonna do some vegan chitlins for you.
Before we go into our next topic, I wanted to do a giveaway. So we thought it would be fun to give away a gas card or gas money, cash app, to a person who comes up with the funniest health joke. That's kind of tricky, right? Nice. Is that tricky for the comedians? Do y'all think that's a good one? Does that require a little thinking, or what do you think?
No, I think that would be good. I want to see.
The challenge.
That's a challenge.
So, who's able to see the comments? Are you able to see the comments or no?
I can see the comments.
I can see them.
Okay, I just want to know able to look and see who comes up with the best health joke, and then we're going to give them some money to get through the week for gas. How about that? Okay. In California, gas is no joke.
I got one.
Okay, if you have one, put it in there. Don't tell me. Put it in there, and then
come on, let's see it.
Paris she's gonna judge. Paris and Brent, they'll judge and see, since they're the comedians. They're gonna judge and see who has the funniest joke.
I have to get off in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Too, because I'm going to the Her concert tonight. So
Fine.
Get the men, guys. Get the men.
Get the joke.
Get the bag. Hurry up, you guys.
Okay, so
I have a joke about myself right now, because me and this turtleneck, it's really giving The Rock when he had that 90s photo with the jeans and the turtleneck.
Yes.
This is what this is giving.
Young Rock.
Wow.
College Rock.
little peach compote. We're gonna put probably cookies.
Cooking. Someone said, what's a doctor's favorite dog breed? This is a joke.
What?
Labrador.
And then the joke has to just be health related. Brent, you have a health joke?
A lab. I knew it.
Oh, they said a lab?
Yes.
Oh,
of course, right?
That's funny. That's hilarious, ladies.
That was easy.
I got a quick question though. Okay. What about is ice cream vegan or no?
No, you can make vegan.
I make vegan ice cream.
Yeah,
and they have vegan ice cream. But ice cream, no, it's not vegan. It's dairy. Regular ice cream comes from milk.
Okay.
I can't with this rain tonight, y'all. This is another part of the weather change affects people's health and immunity. So this is the time to make sure you're making your ginger teas and staying up on your herbs for your internal health. Not just worrying about working out for physical health, but inside.
That's true. And now that you say that, we can just talk about a couple of benefits of laughter. Like you're saying, immunity. Laughter also improves immunity. It helps with the blood vessels. It increases the blood flow with the laughter because you're relaxing, which also that causes improvement in cardiovascular risk. Also, whenever you're laughter, it releases endorphins in your body,
Yes.
which to be calm as well. So those are some things that you want to think about when you're actually going through stress. You can be intentional, you can be purposeful and go to a stand-up comedy show and go see Brent perform, or go turn on one of Paris movies and, you know, have a good laugh, because you want to be intentional and know that these really do have some, you know, benefits on your health whenever you're laughing. So these are good things to, you know, find people that make you feel good, people that have positive energy. So when you're going through the holidays and you're missing your loved ones, or you're missing your mom or your dad or a family member, think about laughter. Think about releasing those endorphins. Think about being around positive people. Think about preventing triggers. If you know it's the holiday and you know there's certain things that causes triggers, and that's another important thing. If you have mental health issues, it's important to know what your triggers are so you can purposefully avoid them. So that's very important too. Have you guys been able to identify anything that you would identify, like point out as a trigger that would cause you to feel sad or have any type of those mood swings or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say comparison is the thief of joy. So
Yes.
kind of we always want what we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you constantly allow yourself to be consumed with social media and seeing everyone's highlight reel and being like, oh, they're booked on this, or they have a great relationship with their partner, and it's like, meanwhile they could be arguing every day and then posting themselves kissing, you know what I mean? So it's like comparing yourself to others or their journey can be a trigger for anyone.
Yes.
That's so true. And we talk about that as healthcare providers as well, how social media is very powerful in that you have access to people globally just in the palm of your hand. And some of the people that inbox me and some of the people I've met from different countries, and it's very amazing and powerful, but you have to be intentional when you're using social media. So that is a very strong point. I'm glad that you mentioned that. And we talk about that even when I go to different networking events, and how that can be a thief of joy, comparing yourself to people that are showing a glamorous life. And sometimes it's a facade.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's a facade.
Right, that's what I was going to say, especially in LA.
But not us, though. You know, we keep it real.
See what you get, right?
We have a good time. But no, seriously, I'm glad that you pointed that up. That was a really key. That was a really strong point. What about you, Brian?
I think
any fuck your nerves?
Yeah, just to echo what Paris just said, you know, sometimes we attack our own selves with competing with things that are just external and not really enjoying and seeing what we have that's internal. Like, you could really be winning and not know it because you thinking about a game that you supposed to be playing, and you thinking you're supposed to be in this game and wearing, you know, playing for this team and thinking that you're being for over there. And like she said, it could really rob you of joy, of joy. And it's not just social media. It could be your social circle. It could just be, especially us with the business that we're in, because it's such a oh man, like a who's who, a big old, everybody wants to, you know, be the man, everybody wants to be the star, everybody wants to be seen. It's such that big race going on all the time. So there's a lot of times you have to just withdraw yourself from it. Like, there's times I don't like watching other comics. I don't want to watch other comedy, you know, and people be like, well, why you don't want to watch comedy? You're a comic, you love comedy. Not, they don't see it from my eyes. It's like watching competition at all times. Okay, you know, it's just, you know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird thing. So yeah, it can really just, you really can't just attack your own self and your own thoughts. And I think, like you said, like you guys both said, it's so important to just reflect on what and concentrate on the present. Because like, I hang around you ladies all the time, and shit be popping. Sometimes I be questioning myself, like, well, not question, but I'll be reflecting, like, yo, it's a fly moment right now. This is so dope right now. Like, just enjoying the moment itself. Like, you know, like, everybody is cool. Everybody is just So when you having days like this, I was just telling one of my friends, like, it was like, yo, I really can't be depressed for too long. My life is pretty, is a series of cool things.
Definitely. Like and it's funny because it could be so many people that would dream of the opportunities that you have.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to have gratitude. So you can be very thankful for, the small things. So you'll be able to appreciate your position in life. There's always someone doing better than you. There's always going to be look better or have more money or financial means, but when you have gratitude, it really allows you to appreciate everything that God is giving you today and focusing on tomorrow.
What Brent had said about like wanting these wins, I literally just had this conversation this morning with a friend that, like, I got a call back tomorrow for a commercial, but I'm like, I really need this win. And my friend was like, you have had a lot of wins already. And I'm like, it doesn't feel like it, and I'm living in that always what's next instead of like what you said, Brent, of being present, and what you said, Natasha, about being grateful for what I have accomplished, or being proud and like recognizing I have accomplished things and I'm still feeling like I haven't. So we can, like you said, compare ourselves to ourselves. Like, well, I'm not here yet, so I haven't made it, or I'm not accomplished yet to where I feel. But then it's like, no, you need to look at, but it's important of your tribe. You guys saying you three hang out a lot. Your tribe is so crucial to your mental health. Definitely. I'm so thankful for the people in my life who remind me who the fuck I am.
Yes.
You have F I've done. Mm-hmm. Just like, and we keep each other lifted, because we all are going to have these moments. But to have people to bounce it off of who love you genuinely and believe in you, and not only just encourage you, but inspire you in the way that they move or with their life. And it's
interesting because you've had major roles in movies and people are wanting to be in that position, and yet you're thinking about the next role, but not realizing, like, wait, like, I really just was like in a major movie here. Right. Like, look where I'm at. Look at my accomplishments. And it's important for you to have self-reflection, and that's growth. And that's really something to acknowledge, that you are experiencing growth in your life.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to say that's so funny you said that. I remember when I was laying in bed and I was looking at the Eater magazine, and I was like, when I get at the Eater magazine, that's when I know I've made it. That's the #1 food magazine in the world. You're somebody if you're in there. Literally 5 minutes after I said that, somebody tagged me on Facebook, like, did you see your article in the Eater magazine? And I was like, what? So I went and seen it. Do you think I felt like I made it? Thank you so much. Do you think I felt like I made it? And this is like 8 years ago. Wow. Do you think I felt like I made it when I seen that? No.
And I was like, on television shows with.
Then I was like, when I get on the news, oh, that's it. That's when I made it. When they see my business on the news, literally like weeks later, I was on the news, front page of the paper. So I get what you're saying, because each time I thought, like, when this happens, I'm there. And I still don't. Like, I still feel like, okay, where is that? Okay, Brent, what's our next show?
Right.
Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but I totally connect with what you were saying.
Yeah. All right, wow. You guys.
Yes.
I have to go.
I know you have to go.
It's been great, but
thank you so much.
I hope what I gave helped somebody. And you guys are all amazing, and enjoy the rest of your life.
We appreciate it.
All righty.
So, Chef Keelock, before we go, I have patients, obviously, that I see in the clinic, and we do discuss health promotion. We talk about weight loss. But I have so many people that just hear about being vegan and switching over to a more healthier lifestyle, because obviously when I'm seeing patients in the clinic, I always encourage lifestyle modifications first. So exercising, being more aware of what the food choices, the selections. Can you please give us some meals
definitely. You know what? I would always start with small things like your oils. You know what I'm saying? Like just switching out your oils, you know, like, because you may still want french fries or like fries, but if you can do something as simple, which are vegan but are bad for you, but use avocado oil or grapeseed oil, then you're feeding your body with all the oils and nutrients that you need, you know, a lot of vitamin E, versus just a canola or a vegetable oil, which is saturated fats, which is horrible for you. Switching out your sauce, you know, kosher sauce, pink Himalayan sauce, things that are going to give your body the trace minerals that you need instead of regular salt that takes it all away. Those are a lot of small things when it comes to being healthy and keeping flavor. Replacements, I started out like my favorite thing was chicken. Like I love some chicken wings. So one of the first things that I discovered was like cauliflower, but frying it like how I fry chicken. Like getting an egg substitute, you know, just egg is great. It works just like egg. Getting your batter, like you would fry chicken, the same type of seasoning, frying it up, toss it in something that will give you like, oh, I miss this fix. Like my mom, like she still uses a lot of my vegan dishes to this day. She's like, it tastes like chicken. My chili, I use lentils when I make chili, and you still get that consistency, you get a little bite, you get the flavor, it's a bean, but then it's healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a lot of benefits. It's just things that you can just switch out. I don't really like to deal with a lot of processed meat. If I do, I will do Beyond because I actually was a part of like the testing process for the Beyond product. So I know like the ingredients in it are vegetable based. I know it's like pea protein, you know, beet for the color, coconut oil for the oil. Those other ones I'm not too sure about. I would rather get some mushrooms, you know, soak them in some soy salt, cut them in strips, fry them up. They taste like bacon. It's just so many different things that, you know, you can do.
Some people use eggplant as a meat substitute too, right?
They use eggplant. I
don't eat meat either, guys. I had converted my daughter over to a vegan lifestyle when she was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes years ago. And it really helped with her diabetic numbers, which would be the A1C is what we kind of monitor every 3 months. And it really just kind of turned those numbers around. I have given up for several years, 6+ years. And although I try to get, you know, other people around me to just like eat healthier, but, you know, I'm no judge of what people, you know, do and their personal preferences, but I can always just encourage and enlighten and how much differently and much energy I've had since I eat healthier, and I can sustain their weight. So people that are chiming in saying that they want to lose weight, exercise, like she's saying, some of the vegan options. Just because you categorize yourself as vegan, that doesn't mean that you're healthy.
Exactly.
And so I do talk about how people sometimes fry a whole bunch of food all the time. Everything is in moderation, and a lot of processed food, you don't, you know, that's not healthy either. So it's different ways, and you just have to be very purposeful with what you're selecting in that regard. But I do, before we get off, I do want you guys to kind of promote and talk about what you have. Also, everyone who's on live, I did select Brent, I don't know if you were watching the jokes, but I did see one person who had the dog breeding joke.
What's the dog breeding joke? I want to hear
it. He asked a provider's or a medical person's favorite dog breed or something, and then he said lab. I didn't see any more jokes, did you?
I saw like a few other ones. They was just scrolling by. I forgot to just stop and check them out. I could go back up.
Okay. We'll go through them, and then we'll announce the winner, and then we're going to give him some gas money for the week because it's really expensive. We know it's expensive in California, so wherever they're tuning in from, I'm sure it'll help them. It's not more expensive than California.
Right.
So gas to help you. We're talking about laughter and improvement.
Really. Help your mental state. You know, you can get to where you need to go. Baby, let me tell you.
Yes. First Wellness is sponsoring, that's my med spa business, sponsoring a gas card for with the funniest health joke. And so Brent is the judge of the contest. And while we're doing that, can you guys tell us about projects you have going on and how can people find you? And people support us. If you're on here and you're not familiar with us, go ahead and follow us and support. And if you have any additional questions for Chef Keelock, you can DM her. I don't know if Brent wants people DMing him, but follow his page for his stand-up comedy. And obviously, you could DM me if you have some questions about weight loss. I do virtual consults. I'm licensed in Michigan and California. But go ahead, Chef Key, what do you have going on that you want people to kind of know?
Yeah, so currently right now I'm working on holiday orders. These peach cobbler cookies are special around the holidays only. But you can go on my page and check out some stuff if you have some vegan relatives or anything like that, and you want to supply some good vegan holiday dishes, hit me up. I'm your girl. I got it all. We're about to add vegan chitlins to the menu. Going down. You can catch me at Fat Vegan. That's PhatBGAN, or at Chef Key, block with an E. Right now, I'm just doing a lot of personal chef. I'm getting ready to open Fat Vegan Slider Bar summer 24 in San Diego. I have a book that will be out for Black Friday. Me and Brent are working on a lot of projects, a lot of TV shows. Our podcast is popping right now. You can check us out on YouTube, The Light Up Show. It's so Naked Sushi coming up next month, December. We got a women's empowerment event coming up. I mean, so much. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
She said everything. She said everything right there. Man, y'all watch the podcast to get you some of that. Is that the Celsius?
Yeah.
The head.
Okay, y'all want to hear a joke? Y'all want to hear a joke?
Of course.
This is by, I probably messed his name up. Chuka Ara. You know who you are out there. Okay. Shit. Okay. You want to know how I burned 1,000 calories this morning?
How?
I forgot my food in the oven. Hey, yo.
Was that his joke or yours?
That was it.
That
was all Chuka.
Getting the gas part, he won the contest.
I just wanted y'all to hear that one. It's between that and the lab joke. I'm trying to see if it's one more. Man, they might have to split it, and meet at the gas station.
Same person. You so
Oh, the lab is the same one. Okay.
Going on, Chef Keelock kind of promoted you.
Yeah.
You see how
I got a cracking ass YouTube page, man. Make sure y'all check it out. I got a show every week that I do with Chef Keelock that we do. It's hella dope. It's hella cool. And then we got one of the most unique, one of the most fire shows, one of the most talked about shows right now. This Naked Sushi joint is gaining momentum right now, man. It's the hottest show. It's literally the hottest comedy show right now. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I just did a movie. I just filmed a movie. It's a Tubi movie, but it was a strike. We was on strike.
Come on, people are
cracking. They got some classics on Tubi. I just needed to work. But I gotta thank you. That review was much better, Dr. Natasha. I appreciate that. You much better now. Yeah. I got a movie that we just shot though. It's coming out on Christmas on Tubi. Me and Boo Capone and Slink Johnson from Black Jesus. A few other comedians that y'all might know. Craig is in it. Craig Smith is in it as well, man. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty dope. We're real proud of it. That we just wrapped it up. And that's it, man. And we coming to a town near you.
Wow, major. So you said expect that movie around Christmas?
Coming out during Christmas. Yeah, it's coming out during.
Now we're talking about mental health and implementing laughter and putting on a good movie around the holidays, especially when you're having some depression. And now you telling us you have a movie.
Yeah, man.
That's perfect. I love it. That's a perfect way to end up. And the giveaway We're going to be getting off because it is during the week and they have a couple of obligations. So we're going to be getting off. Don't forget to follow, support them. They have shows. Brenna's pretty hilarious. Like I said, Chef Keelock, she creates private meals and healthy meals for my daughter, which has health challenges. So she can be hired as a private chef, and she can also virtual consults if you have questions about how to make creative vegan meals. And so just reach out to her. But we are a dynamic team. We support each other. So get you some friends that want to see you win and support each other. Okay.
That part.
So DM me your Cash App and I'll get your Cash App done for the giveaway. So DM me as soon as we jump off here because I have 1,000 things to do after that. So after this, so make sure you do that so it's on my radar and I can give you your cash tonight. And other than that, you guys stay blessed.
Yeah.
And
shout out to y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Peace, for real.
And for me, you just follow me, my page. I post positive affirmations every Sunday morning. I do health and promotion. I have the weight loss clinic and med spa here in California. And so I have a ton of things that are going to motivate and uplift our community. And I'm always mindful of health promotion and trying to build up people in our community. And most importantly, I'm all about motivating our women because we have, it's just stacked. The barriers are stacked up against us. So we like to always be mindful of that. So stay full of purpose and stay blessed. Thank you, guys.
Love y'all. Peace, y'all.
Bye. Love you.
After what?